This morning when I was reading, I ran into a passage it's kind of memorable. It happens in a number of the Gospels. Jesus was going to Jairus' house to basically raise his daughter from the dead. And everyone's coming to watch. And as he's going along, a woman comes up to him who's been suffering from a hemorrhage, from bleeding for 12 years. And she's so desperate, she just says, if I can just touch his clothing, if I can just grab his t-shirt, I'll be healed. I mean, that's faith. But I think we miss the intensity of what happened here. Jesus was doing something. He was on his way. And not only did she interrupt him, but she was ritually impure. She was unclean. She couldn't go to the temple. She couldn't have sex. She couldn't even be with other people. She had no business even going into that crowd because anyone she touched would also be unclean. Which means if she touched Jesus, Jesus would be unclean. This woman was so desperate for healing that she put away her shame. She put away the ritual purity laws. She selfishly interrupted Jesus on his way to do something important. And she potentially made Jesus unclean. And when Jesus turns around, he does not meet a sinner. He sees a beautiful creation of God that is in pain. He doesn't get angry. He gets empathetic. He doesn't respond with irritation. He responds with compassion. And I would tell you today, with absolute certainty, that our job is not only to be Jesus to other people that are suffering, to put away the idea that those that are unclean will make us unclean, but realize that who we reach out to, who we touch, who we allow to be a part of our lives, they will receive the grace that we give. Now, that's not saving grace, but it's grace, and it's a challenge. But even more intensely, I realize that I need to go to Jesus with all of my failures, with all of my shame, with all of my anger and rage and hurt and bitterness. I need to go to Jesus not giving a shit, because my transformation, my healing, my entry into God's kingdom requires me to lay down all of that and just maybe grab a hold of Jesus's shirt and trust that he's going to do what Jesus does. He's going to respond to me like I'm his kid. He's going to respond to me in compassion and love, and that I will be transformed by that. I mean, think about that. I would suggest to you that as you do that, as I do that, it enables us to do it for others. We can't do the first thing I said without first doing the second thing. How we experience God's compassion and grace is how we can give it to others. And you know what? Fuck this idea about clean or unclean. Jesus was not made unclean. Jesus made a daughter of God clean and whole. Now, if that whole idea sounds interesting to you, just hit that follow button, share it with a friend, press a like, and please comment. Tell a story of how this has been made true in your life. Because we're in this together. And I gotta be honest, kind of like this Jesus guy. This is the Rev, and Rev loves you.